Well, welcome back to Darkstorm Rising. I hope you've been enjoying the content we've been doing so far, and today I'm going to do a video on decals and how to apply them. Let's see how I get on. This is my first time. Over to the table. Okay, so we're here to put decals on a miniature. This is the first time I've ever done this, so we're learning together. I just wanted to show you how easy or uneasy things are. So the advice is that any areas where you're going to place a decal, make sure you've glossed the surface area. So I'm hoping that you can see that this is very shiny in various areas, ready to receive the decals. I'm going to pop shoulder pads on, so I think we'll go for these two on the shoulder pads. We'll have symmetrical looking ones, just because they look groovy. I'm led to believe 30 seconds in the water is long enough. I'll leave them to drown, and then we'll try and have some fun fishing them out in a moment. And then the microset solution, you're meant to apply to the surface areas where you want to apply the decals. So nice wet soak of, oh my goodness, nice wet soak on the shoulders there. Yep, they're nice and wet. Just pull a little bit back off, and now we shall go fishing. Maybe I should have used slightly less water. Yep, you can see they're moving already. So we'll get the brush, we'll lay him on his side, and we'll get the brush, and we will gently bring that back into the middle of the frame. We will gently swipe that onto the miniature. And what I'm doing is I'm just popping the brush underneath the edge of the decal to actually lift it so that I can place it. And that is the first one I've ever placed bob on. I'm quite pleased with that. Not bad for an amateur. I've just pulled it off with my hand. Excellent. So there's a learning tip. Let's pop that back on. We'll get some more micro set and just pop that on the shoulder. And then get rid of the excess, and then we'll just move it back into position. And that's just to show you that actually nothing goes quite as well as you first thought it was going to. Okay, we've got it back in position. That looks reasonable again. And I'm not seeing any air bubbles. I'm not seeing anything that makes me worried. We just now need to be careful that we don't do the same again. So I've got it trapped in my brush, and we'll just plonk it onto the shoulder. We'll get the micro set, and we'll pop a bit more onto the shoulder. Not quite square. So I'm just going to put the brush, like I showed you earlier, underneath the edge and just push it across a little bit more. Okay. Now, if it is that you are seeing bubbles, or if it is that the edges don't seem to have laid down very well, you can use the microsole to soften the decal up a little bit and get the edges to stick down, but this appears to literally have gone on perfectly, and I really aren't seeing any edges at all. So lovely job. So we're going to show off now. I wanted to put one on his knee pad and one on his hip if I can find an appropriate one. So we will get, we've got a white knee pad, so we'll go for a black number, and I think we'll go for squad 10, because an X looks quite a nice decal. Now what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to hold on to it, because this is such a tiny decal. If I go fishing for this, I may be half an hour actually just trying to get it out of the water. So we'll just get that little wash around in there. And is it ready to move yet? No. Back in the water a little bit longer. And retest it. Are we ready to move yet? Yeah. I don't know what I've just done to that. I think I've just completely destroyed it. Oh, resurrection is possible. So I've got it now stuck on my finger. There we go. Okay. Right, we'll get a bit of the micro set on his knee pad. I'm just going to get the very tip of my scalpel and just encourage it to move. That's it. Now that one does have a bit of a... do not let your brush with microset, it tastes vile. Just getting a little bit of the microsalt and just smoothing down the edge. I dread to think what toxins are in that. That's worse than plague marine scum, that is. Please don't just try that out to find out. Just trust me, that tastes disgusting. And then on his hip, we're going to give him a Crusade Badge. So I think we'll just go for a random one. I think with this colour scheme with the black and the red going on, we'll go for that one. And then we'll do the same again. We'll just dangle it in the water. And then hopefully we can get it to go on. And the one thing I didn't do last time was I forgot, before I put the badge on, to get some of the micro set and put that on before I place the decal. And that did make a difference. The one on the knee did actually lift up at the edge a little bit, but with the micro set applied, it just adheres so much better. I don't really need to use the microsol here. I don't need to soften the edges up, but just to say I've used it, just need to edge it over a little bit. Too much. And then I'm going to drag it back with the scalpel. and that's another transfer. So when we paint the miniature, we will do some weathering on these now that they're in place. But that's the first ever time I've done anything like this, and I'm quite pleased. Well, barring the taste of the disgusting microset solution, that went really well. I was really pleased with how easy things went on. And if you're watching the other videos I'm producing, you'll know that I'm in the middle of creating the Black Templar that we saw in that clip. So on the video that I'm doing with the Black Temper in part 2, I will be doing the weathering, how to blend it in, make it look like it's part of the shoulder pad and the other decals. So if you're interested in that, please do watch the other video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Really had fun actually putting the transfers on, apart from the horrible taste. If you did like, please do like and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. And as ever, only one thing left to say. Are we putting decals on yet? Hell yeah! See you in that next one.